What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Aftersound here, bringing you Splinterlands content daily. We also stream over on Twitch at This Is Aftersound, so come by and say hello. All right, we're talking a little bit of Waka today, and the next steps for this was, the next steps were actually laid out by the Splinterlands team, as they had mentioned in the town hall. So we have our official post today about it. And the basic gist is these are going to be transferred over. There's no new news here outside of the fact that we were given some dates on this. So the sale for this is going to run from noon Eastern time on March 28th. So that is about 10 days from now. And it looks like it'll go for about a week or a little more than a week until April 5th. And following that, as we were told, all remaining cards will be burned. And if you have any questions or anything about the process, you can reach out to Chatter on Discord. Now, the thing is, this was an experiment. This is the first time the team has done something like that. And I appreciate the fact that, they said the atomic hub portion here was not as well received as hoped for. And there were definitely learning lessons to be had, or lessons learned. I don't know how to best phrase that. There were definitely learning lessons to be had for the team. So here's the thing. I love it. I love it because the thing is, I don't have the Waka card, but I know many others who have it and really like it. And at the end of the day, people are going to look at this partnership and they're going to try and throw shade on it one way or another. And their points are valid. I'm not trying to invalidate anybody's point. I think what I'm just trying to say is, look at the bigger picture here. The team was able to work with somebody and bring a card into the game that may not in another circumstance have come through into the game. So whether you like the card or not, that's personal preference, right? And you may not, you may have an issue with how it was given out. Like, one of the issues that I have was the fact that they didn't do it single BCX. They did it all maxed out. And, for people playing in bronze, silver, and gold, like myself, it just wasn't worth it for me to go for a maxed out card. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm hoping that what they take from this, they take all the lessons from this, they take all the good things that happened and are able to really implement something awesome for the next promo, which we know is upcoming here in the next 1 to 2 months, at least according to Aggroed. And this is unofficially through the town hall. So here's the thing, guys. This is just a game. And I think we've lost sight of that. I think a lot of folks look at this and they're just like, okay, there's a way to make money here. And there is. And that's a beautiful thing about play to earn, right? It's a beautiful thing about Splinterlands. But this at its core is a game. And in the bear market, and that's exactly where we are right now. And I was talking about this before. In the bear market is when we are going to find out who is here because they love the game, who is here because they enjoy playing, they enjoy being part of the economy, they enjoy all the different meta that's going to be changing, with all the different releases. So when you look at it from that lens, we got a card that now you can rent out. And actually, I don't even know. Let's see how much it's renting out for right now. If I wanted to rent a Waka Spiritblade. Oh, look at this. They're already going for under 1,500. People are just trying to get their money back at this point. But if you wanted to rent one out, you could get one for as low as 45 DEC per day. That's not terrible just to play with it. It's 13 cents in US dollar terms. So here's the thing. It's a card in a game, and it's a card that we may not have gotten otherwise. And I just think that that's important to keep in mind. Many of the things that I feel like the team is focusing on from here on out seem to be very focused on creating a solid game experience. Now, that has to come regardless, right? Otherwise, people are just going to lose interest. But this is being built at the core with the economy kind of being built around it, right? This is again why I say that Splinterlands is unique in the play to earn space, because they've created a game that people actually enjoy. They've created a game that has quite a bit of variety to it. Yes, it's the same kind of auto battler, but the rule sets keep it fresh. The different splinters keep it fresh. The new releases of cards and the changes in game meta keep everything fresh. So it's still something to me that at the end of the day is a net positive. And the team has been very humble in terms of looking at this and saying that we're going to learn from it and do better. And on the external side, yes, the numbers might not have spiked in the way that people were hoping they would when when this partnership was announced, but as I talked about in a previous video, this is just about penetrating culture and being there, being present, being front of mind. Like, think about how large corporations, especially here in the US, operate. You know that McDonald's exists. You know that all these different car companies exist. You see it all the time. So why do they spend millions of dollars every single year to be or to advertise on television, advertise in the Super Bowl and all this? I mean, they do it because they just want to be front of mind, right? It's a branding thing. They want to be there and around and associated with all of the things that you do in your daily life, so that you're always constantly reminded of it. Now, playing a card game is not really on the same level of that, but on a related note, you can look at this and say that, hey, Splinterlands is now being associated with a lot of other pop culture people, or like influencers, I should say, that are also in the PTE space, right? Or sorry, not the PTE, but like the crypto space, because as we've seen, Waka is deep into the whole crypto and Web3 space, and I think that is an important thing to consider. So at the end of the day, now the team has this. They can go to a bunch of other people. They can go to a bunch of other celebrities and influencers and say, "Hey, we had this. It was successful. We sold through. It was successful when we sold through the site. It brought a cool card game. I'm sorry, it brought a cool card to our users. Everybody was very excited about it. The card, as it stands, is still trading over $1,000, right? Would you like to be immortalized? Would you like to be part of this as well?" And you never know who you might, it might not be the second, third, fifth, ninth, 28th person that they do this promo with, but that could be the person that has the perfect audience, right? And people are going to argue and they're going to throw out names and who it should be and who it shouldn't be. But at the end of the day, it's getting in front of people. And we all discovered this game through some kind of, I don't want to say advertising, but there was something that made us come across this game, right? Whether we were searching for PTE games, or whether it was given to us in an ad, or it was told to us in word of mouth by people that we know and trust. So at the end of the day, getting out there, getting more people exposed to this is a net positive, and I'm excited. I think this sets a very good precedent for any future promos. And if they get burned and people don't want to buy into them because they understand the meta now with Waka Spiritblade, then they get burned. And you know what? I'm happy for the people who have the card, because it becomes that much more scarce, and it is quite dominant, or at least it can be quite dominant in certain levels and certain types of rule sets. So it's definitely good to have in your inventory. And yeah, that's all I really have to say about it. I wanted to do kind of like a wrap up here on Waka, and maybe we'll talk about it more in the future. But there's been so much negativity around it. And I'm trying to say that I understand, but I think it's also important that we should be keeping the big picture in mind when it comes to this. So that is all I have for you guys. Have an amazing rest of your day. I will catch you all in the next video, and I will see you around the game. Take care.